It's time for Around the Ozarks News, brought to you by the Springfield-Greene County Park Board, Blue Current, and Thompson Sales. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Hey, good Thursday morning to you. Hope your week is flying by. It feels like it kind of is. I don't think it is for Sarah, but regardless, we're going to begin with some news on this Thursday.
All right. Yes, we have been following those 911 outages across Southwest Missouri yesterday. Christian County leaders say that it was a circuit outage at CenturyLink's parent company, which is called Lumen Technologies. It also impacted Stone and Taney counties for most of the day yesterday. They have been working on it, but just to make sure till everything is back online, you can always call a county's non-emergency line if you should need any 911 help.
So if you're in those areas, you want to get that ahead of time because you don't want to, should there be an emergency, you don't want to be fumbling trying to find it.
Yep.
So if you have it handy.
Slim chance, but when you need it, you know.
So you're saying there's a chance. That's
so
right.
I'm saying there's a chance.
Hey, today is a day that has been anticipated for quite a long time in Rogersville. This afternoon, a new interchange on Highway 60 at Route 125 will open. It's called a dog bone interchange that features roundabouts that go under Highway 60. So it's a roundabout, then the highway, and then another roundabout. So that's the dog bone part. Located just just south, I should say, of Logan Rogersville Middle School. So you know where that is. It's part of a $20 million project. And man, that work has been going on along that stretch for a long time. So I can imagine that seeing some signs of progress and things opening up again are welcome for the folks who live in that area and drive through Rogersville. Meanwhile, there are more problems at Parkview High School. The gym floor, we told you about this back in over the winter. The gym floor that was just repaired in February after a water leak is now buckling. Not good. So that means the volleyball team will have to play home games on a court at nearby Jarrett Middle School while this playing surface is again fixed. Last year, the basketball team at Parkview had to play elsewhere because of that water leak that went undetected for a long time, but it ruined the court.
Man. Proposed casino will not be on the ballot in November. Supporters of the casino at Lake of the Ozarks failed to get enough signatures to get that issue onto the ballot. A casino at the lake there would be the 14th casino in the state of Missouri. Very interesting. Mm-hmm. Missouri State is planning to offer a new doctoral program in education. It'll be available in the fall of next year. Its official title is Doctor of Education in Leadership, Learning, and Education Change. The doctorate can be earned in 3 years' time.
Okay, good for them. I love the expansion. LL Flooring, which you may know, it used to be called Lumber Liquidators, is filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy all across the country. And as part of that, the chain is closing 93 of its 300 stores nationwide. But the location on Chestnut Expressway near Highway 65 will remain open. So the Springfield location is not being affected. Other Missouri locations, though, are closing, including in Joplin, Kansas City, and Chesterfield, right outside St. Louis.
All right. What a day yesterday for 81 local veterans. They got to travel to Washington, D.C. to see their memorials, many of them for the first time, on the Honor Flight of the Ozarks. The veterans have a helper who travels alongside them, kind of escorts them throughout their very long day. But the good news is they leave early, but they do get to be back in their own bed by nightfall. So that's part of the attraction of getting to do all of that in one day. Very cool.
Yeah, the Honor Flight is such a great organization, doing such good work for so many years. One of my favorite stories that I covered while I was at KY3 was an Honor Flight. And back then, this was many years ago now, it was the World War II veterans that they were taking. They were focusing on them because they're getting older and not able to travel like that. Not many of them left these days, sadly. So it was a trip to Washington, D.C., really to see the World War II memorial, their memorial, but we did see the other memorials while we were there. And you could just tell what it meant to these men and women who were on that trip to be able to go there, and the camaraderie they had instantly with the other people who served with, or at least in the same war with. They didn't know many of them, but they had that instant brotherhood and sisterhood with them. So that was such a cool trip. And now they've moved past the World War II generation for the most part, and they're focusing on Korea. My dad was a Korea veteran, and he is 91. So now that is the generation that is aging quickly, and the Vietnam generation is also getting up there. So
a lot of those Vietnam
a
veterans
lot
on
of
there
them
as well.
getting able to see the Vietnam Wall, which is a really powerful, whether you know anybody that's been there or not. You and I went there years ago to see that.
Yes. And I've been to the traveling one too. Sometimes they have the traveling exhibit as well. So, yep.
Yeah. So good for the honor flight. Always good to see them take off and return home. We keep waiting for some really good economic news. We're going to have to keep waiting. Consumer prices were up again in the month of July. Only 0.2%, so 0.2%, but that was over July of last year. So year to year. And then you know what inflation was like last year. Inflation had already set in. So it's 0.2% above that. Now the 12-month inflation rate is at 2.9%, which could be low enough for the feds to cut interest rates in the next couple of months, maybe September. We'll see about that. Some food prices, including meat, fish, and eggs, are still increasing faster than even before the pandemic. Some dairy, fruit, and vegetable prices, though, are decreasing. So some things maybe are headed in the right direction. And then on top of that, Missouri's unemployment rate increased in the month of July. It was 3.8%, up 0.1% from 3.7% in June. It is still, though, Missouri's is still below the national unemployment rate of 4.3%.
All right. Living legend Dolly Parton is coming to Missouri. She will appear with the governor on August 27th in Kansas City to celebrate her Imagination Library coming to the state. Dolly, of course, has long been a big advocate of children reading. As part of her Imagination Library, children enrolled by a parent will receive a new book in the mail every month for free. It's a really cool program. The cost of printing the books is covered by Dolly's foundation. The state of Missouri is covering the $11 million cost of distributing the books to kids ages 0 through 5 in Missouri.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
It's great for kids. I love Dolly. I'm a Dolly fan. Always have been. And she's done some good work. I was surprised that it cost the state of Missouri $11 million to do this, frankly. But
yeah,
I was thinking that her charity covered more of it.
Right. I thought her charity covered all of it, to be honest with you. But
yeah.
But what do I know?
It sounds like to me,
I'm no
I would
Dolly
like
aficionado like you are.
Well, I think it'd be cool to see some big donors chip in and cover all of that cost. So the state of Missouri doesn't have to do it. But regardless,
How about someone like Dolly?
Dolly is, yes, she has quite a bit of money.
I feel like
she
could
is
do it.
a living legend. I think she's done a duet with just about everybody these days. It seems like, certainly in the Christian world, she's done a lot of duets lately. King and Country, Zach Williams. She's like a regular on Zach Williams albums now.
Yeah.
But she's something. She's Americana.
I feel like she's fun. I feel like if I knew her in real life, she'd be a lot of fun.
I got to see her. A great time. I got to see her in concert back. It was years ago when I was in high school, and St. Louis had the VP Fair. It's a 4th of July fair that lasted 3 or 4 days around 4th of July. She came and she did a concert under the arch in St. Louis, and that was very cool. So I got to see her once, and she was fantastic, as you would imagine Dolly would be.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us. We hope you have a great day, and we do hope to see you back here tomorrow morning.
Yeah, it'll be Friday, so that'll be fantastic. See you then.
There you go. One day closer. See ya.